ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking back hits. Subscribe. You don't know which side I'm on, brother.
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Far From Home movies, Molten Man Build-A-Figure Waves, Mysterio. If you're trying to pick up this set, you can do so in Megalopolis, City of Collectibles, where you can pick up your Marvel Legends and all kinds of other action figures. They have their daily deals and an awesome rewards points program, so check them out, link in the description below. Oh man, this is looking awesome already. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. On the side, you can see Mysterio right over there, and on the back, you can see Mysterio again. There's a read-up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. There's the other figures from the wave. Then we get Mysterio on this side once more, and then we get a spot varnished Droney on the very top. Not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's Mysterio out of the packaging, looking awesome. I really like the design for this character, so I'm very pleased with that. Plus, we get this bonus design on the back of the cape right here, which I just did not expect. We don't get much for accessories. There's interchangeable hands, so we'll take a closer look at that as we take a closer look at Mysterio. And just as another reminder, you guys only have a couple days left to check out the contest over at marvelousnews.com to win $100 worth of free figures. And here's a close look at the fishbowl, looking awesome. I really like this purple color that we're seeing. It has this nice pearlescent sheen that's just glittering, and it just looks really cool how it reflects light. I mean, you can see the lights right over here, they shine blue and they go directly into it, but you know, when they're not right on it, it kind of looks a little bit more purple. So I really like that. You could also see pinkish hues in there and everything, and yeah, you get that little misty sparkly thing going on right there. I just think that's really awesome, so I'm very pleased with that. I really wish we'd gotten a Jake Gyllenhaal head sculpt with this guy though. That would have been neat. You can go ahead and pop it off if you'd like, and you can see there's some nice gold underneath right over here. So as I get a closer look at that, you can see we get the gold paint. So I'm thinking this is like the front right here, or it could be the back, but yeah, these wider parts I want to put on the sides. So one thing I did was I took a Madrox head sculpt and slapped it on here, you know, as a stand-in Quentin Beck head sculpt, and you know, I think it kind of works if it's like a little bit more comic version. I don't know, it doesn't really look like Jake Gyllenhaal, but could if it was a Marvel Legend figure from like 2014 when the head sculpts didn't look nearly as accurate as they do right now, right, possibly, I don't know. And getting the fishbowl right back on there, but yeah, again, looking at the cape, I think there's this weird thing going on right here where I'm not sure if this is film accurate, but you could see the little eye piece doesn't match the same as this one. Like it cuts off like right here at this point, whereas this one it goes a little further. So I don't know if it's supposed to be like that or what. But yeah, it kind of throws me off some. And then looking at the back of the cape right here, we get this awesome design with the metallic green paint. I really like it a lot. That's cool. We get Illuminati all over the place here, man. And then another cool thing about the cape is I love how they have these little diamonds right here with the very shiny metallic green. That's cool. Nice sculpt on the inside of this cape. Really dig it. And then looking at the shoulders right here, we get all of this nice pattern detail sculpted through. I love these very comic accurate forearms right there. That's really neat. And all this gold right here looks really cool in the mid-torso. I wish we would gotten very reflective shiny gold on the forearms like how we do on the torso though. That looks really good though. I'm very happy with that. We got some nice purple paint right here on the hips. That looks pretty cool. And then looking on the back right here, you can see there's this port that goes into the back of the figure. And then there's the Quentin Beck butt, and then there's the thighs right there. Really cool straps. I really love the design, you know, having all this ribbed material right here is very reminiscent to how he looked in the comics, you know, so I think that's really cool they incorporated that in the design of this character. I think it's really good. And then the boots even have all these wrinkles and stuff going on. I love it, man. And then he has peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Now, he only comes with interchangeable hands. So he has these wide open hands, and you can see the eyes right there. And then there's another wide open hand right over there. And then he has his fisted hands, and here's just one of the fisted hands, but you know, they look pretty good. But I really wish he'd come with some effects. I prefer to use the Enchantress effects on this guy. I guess you could use the effects that came with the comic version Marvel Legends Mysterio, but I don't know. It really reminds me of what I had seen in the movie trailer, so I had fun with these. Stay tuned for photos at the end of the video. My curiosity was getting the best me and I wanted to see how these comic version Mysterio accessories look on this movie figure, and I don't know if I like them. I don't know. They could work. You can mess with it and make it work, I guess. It doesn't look horrible, but I don't know. I still prefer using these right here. Now we get some great articulation with this figure. I had a lot of fun posing it around. You can move the head or the fishbowl up that much, and it'll look down that far. You get side-to-side motion and no real, well, you could wobble it a little bit right there. The shoulders move outward that far, and you can move them all the way down, and you can rotate forward and back. You can do a full 360 if you didn't have the cape on there. And then you have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and I want to get both of those elbows bending so you can see it moves all the way in. And then all the hands turn side to side and hinge up and down. We get a great diaphragm joint that turns side to side to get diaphragm pivot, and it crunches forward. It really doesn't look like it's crunching forward at all, and it's not moving forward by much, but it does move forward just a little bit. Back a whole lot more though. And then you don't get a waist swivel on this figure. It feels and looks like there should be one here. Like I'm seeing a bit of a space at the waist, so I'm like waiting for this to turn, but it will not turn. So that's a little frustrating. Hips move outward that far, and he'll kick forward pretty far and not back at all. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, and then the ankles move down, they move up, and he has a beautiful ankle pivot. Now to measure out this Mysterio figure, you can see that he's standing just a little under the 6.5 inch mark. Now for your Mysterio figure comparison, we have the Toy Biz Spider-Man Classics Mysterio figure, and then we have the Hasbro Marvel Legends Mysterio. And wow, this movie figure is short. I did not expect that, but you can see this pattern right over here in the green portions kind of resembles this quilted pattern that we see on both of these comic version figures. Then for your MCU Spider-Man villain figure comparison, we have Mysterio compared to the basic figure of Shocker, and then we have the Build-A-Figure Vulture. And wow, yeah, Mysterio is quite short. I mean, he's closer in scale with the basic figure right here than the actual 6-inch Vulture figure, so I wish he was taller. It just looks kind of weird, man. But so far, the designs for these villains in the MCU Spider-Man verse has been really cool. I really like these designs. They look neat. And then here's Mysterio next to a Spider-Man Homecoming Spider-Man figure, and then we have MJ right here. And yeah, I guess Mysterio is still feeling a little short, even though he stands tallest between these two. And here's Mysterio next to all of the other figures from the wave. Aside from the Build-A-Figure, which I'll review tomorrow, we have Hydro Man, Scorpion, Far From Home Spidey, Stealth Suit Far From Home Spidey, Julia Carpenter Spider-Woman, and Doppelganger. And a couple things worth mentioning is someone did tell me that you can swap the hands on the same side of the Doppelganger, so I did switch this out so I had clawed hands on the top arms right there, so I thought that was cool. Thanks for that, who left that comment. And another thing, looking at these two figures, I just wanted to talk about the difference between one being dark blue and the other one being black. That's definitely black, and to me, that looks very dark blue. You can argue and say that's still black, but I mean, do you see? That's what black looks like. See? That's very dark black, and then this is very, very dark blue. Even comparing the matted portions right here, you can see how that's a lot darker than this, right? Do you not see that? Am I crazy? And then here's Mysterio next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. So you're from another dimension, huh? Wait, does that mean in your dimension I'm not a letdown? I want to see! I want to see! Whoa, brother's big and... Ow! So I really like this figure a lot, but my biggest complaints about it are that he doesn't come with his own accessories, and he is a bit on the short side. But I still had a lot of fun with this figure. Very fun to pose around, and I think it looks amazing. I love the aesthetics for this figure, and again, having it look really cool and having it very poseable and fun to pose around just makes a very fun time with the figure. So at the price point of around 20 to 25 bucks, I'm giving this movie Mysterio figure a Sud rating of I love it! And I'd like to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comments section below, and don't forget to hit that like button as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell to ensure that my videos pop in your feed. And a big thanks to all these people over here that support this YouTube channel over on Patreon. It's been very hard making videos lately with having a newborn in the house, man. I can't tell you how difficult it is to, sound all amped for figures when you've barely slept, but that's where we're at right now, and things change as they get older. But anyway, thank you guys so much for supporting. If you want to see the latest in Marvel news, be sure to check out marvelousnews.com, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and Stardust. Links to everything I talked about in the description below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay.
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
We're shot.